Hey, what's up, everyone? Welcome back to a new episode of When You're Delusional, You're Gonna Be on TikTok. I do hope you're gonna enjoy the video, so let's just get into it.
I think it is truly evil how the patriarchy weaponized aging, and by measuring a woman's worth by her beauty and her beauty by her youth, essentially ensure that even the most powerful of women will lose that power in time. I think a lot about how we're fed this idea that men get better with age and that mature men are and men get salt and pepper and wrinkles and dad bods, and it's literally deemed to be hot. Meanwhile, women are only allowed to age if done so gracefully, not to mention the societal pressure for women to remain hairless, essentially mimicking the likeness of someone who's, I don't know, prepubescent. The most used and searched term in photography is teen. There are only 2 years in a woman's life where she should be engaging, hopefully consensually, in the production of photography as a teen, 18 and 19. I want you to sit and think about the societal impact that has on both men and women. I'm sure growing up is hard for everybody, but I think there's something especially dark about the experience of aging as a woman. I also think a lot about women who grew up in the 90s and early 2000s pre-social media, when there was a lot less transparency around Botox and cosmetic procedures that celebrities were getting that the average person couldn't afford. That was also when there was a lot less emphasis on wearing sunscreen and using retinol, and I just can't help but imagine these women watching celebrities be praised for aging gracefully and looking in the mirror and feeling like something was wrong with them. And there's a bigger conversation to have about the general lack of representation in media during that time, but it just breaks my heart to think about. Speaking as a woman who's grown up in the entertainment industry and is experiencing getting older, there's almost this intense feeling of grief or loss, you're losing your beauty, you're losing your value almost. I don't know, I hope this is making sense. There's just something so incredibly twisted about how the thing that arguably holds the most societal value for a woman, her beauty, is given an expiration date. It's brutal out here.
Yeah, it's heartbreaking. It's even more heartbreaking to me every time I have to listen to you, one of these, like you said, who grew up around entertaining industry and somehow made their money based on their looks. And when they reach a certain age and their looks is no longer required, depending on their jobs that they had, they start complaining that it's not fair and it should not be looks that are required for that job. I can name a few celebrities that wanted to do that, they tried it, but it didn't work out. Especially as an actress, your talent was mediocre, your performance was mediocre, and you got to star in movies because of your look. And once you reach 40, you start complaining that you should get to star in movies or something else other than your looks. Well, you were mediocre your entire acting career. It was your looks that got you to star into a superhero movie, and you made 150 millions based on those movies. So maybe just shut up. Now back to you, since you obviously know more than me about that type of movie industry, and you claim to know that the most searched tag is teen, you better also know the demographic of the people that are searching for that tag. If it's a 60-year-old man looking for that, sure, that's wrong. But if it's a 23-year-old man that is looking for that, I really don't see a problem. What do you want him to search for? Grandmas? I'm gonna try to end this because I made it long enough. Whatever men are looking for in a woman is personal preferences, just as you have yours. You don't think that bots, grey, whatever is attractive? That is your own personal preference. But I guess it's easier for you and so many others like you to blame patriarchy for whatever you're failing in life.
Sometimes I think the true tragedy of patriarchy is not that women are objectified, but that they've begun to believe that they are in fact objects. So much of the way we value ourselves, we value as though we are surveying an object to perfect, be it our weight or our skin or our clothes or our personalities. Everything is an objectifiable trait that needs improvement, that could be better perfected. But for who? Because when we're okay living in our own skin and we don't feel like an object that needs to be judged, desired, wanted, accepted, validated, chosen, noticed, that we aren't more loving or thoughtful or considerate or tidier, that we've just been trained to believe that about ourselves so that we are those things. Maybe then we'll be free.
This is some great victim mentality. Maybe it's just me, but to me this is what it sounds like. Oh, the patriarchy. You are free to be whoever you want to be, free to say whatever you want to say, free to do whatever you want to do. Oh, but the patriarchy what? Every decisions that you took your entire life, all the decisions that got you into this point today, those were your own decisions. We should not be seen as objects. Well, fair enough. So why is it so many of you that have a price tag? $4.99 a month. How is that decision my fault? I'm not even paying. Oh, how dare you not pay? Patriarchy. Yeah, okay.
You know what? Sometimes at night, I'm sitting in my mansion with hundreds of millions of dollars and 29 sports cars, and everything's going perfectly well. I'm sitting there in my big, beautiful bed with my beautiful women, and I think, but the feminist trolls don't like me. If only I had an overweight, obese, blue-haired feminist troll, because if they liked me, my life would be complete.
Yeah, absolutely. I need to get me one of those, but I just can't find one. Can't find one or run away faster than she can chase me. You know, it's all semantics. Anyway, before I go, let me just say this. Fail for You is my main account. It's under shadow banned, so I started this one to have as a backup. So many reach out, either here or on Fail for You, and I love you for it, and I appreciate you for looking after me, but I do own these two accounts. That being said, as always, I do hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you all so much for watching. Stay safe, and I will see you in the next one.